Okay, gotta shoot a quick video documenting the damage to this roof. We're at 564 Brookshire Court in Davenport, Florida. The homeowner's name is Sydney Robinson. So I just send this video over to you guys nationwide to show you the condition of the roof. Maybe it'll save you guys a trip from having to come out. So one of the first things that I'll point out on the roof, if you just look at the roof, you can see the brittleness, a lot of granular loss all over the roof. Any spot that you go to, you can see granular loss. See the hip, stuff like that. But anywhere you go to on the roof, you can see the age, wear and tear. The reason I'm pointing that out is because with the amount of wind damage, this roof cannot be repaired, because anytime we repair a shingle, so for example, here's a crease shingle right here. See that crease line going all the way across the top. To repair this shingle right here, I have to lift this shingle, I have to lift that shingle, and then this one and that one to get this shingle out and repair it. So because it's already brittle and showing signs of granular loss, when I lift these shingles to repair this shingle, it's going to damage these surrounding shingles. So this roof is not repairable. So I'll show you the wind damage really quick to this roof. Looks like it's going to storm, so I'm trying to hurry up. So on the left slope, I found 16 indications of wind and 11 indications of hail. I did a test square right here, a 10 by 10 test square. You can just see like the hail impacts on the roof. Why I say they're hail impact, because you can look at this like circular like impact, but then if you look in the middle, you can see how the asphalt has been driven into the shingle. Same thing here, down there, here, more over there, there. So I found 11 indications of hail inside the test square, and then on this left slope I found 11 crease shingles and some blown off taps as well. So you can see that crease line going all the way across the top of the shingle. And if you look at these shingles, how we know it's legitimate wind damage, because there's no double creasing, and if you look underneath the shingle, there's no mat transfer. So that's how we know it's legitimate wind damage. So you got a crease shingle there, another one here. You see that line going across the top, blown off tap there. That one looks like it's on any second from blowing off. Crease shingle there, a blown off tap there, another crease shingle, more here, another crease shingle, more here, and then all of these lift up. You got to go down here. So on this left slope, we found 16 wind damaged shingles. You just see them all over the roof. There, here, there, one there, that one there, one here. And then that's the 11 impacts inside the test square. And then this has a second left slope right here in the front. And then on the front, we found about 3 or 4 crease shingles. You see those right there. One there, one there. So we got 16 on that side. When you add these, about 20. And then I didn't even mark this side of the roof because I didn't know until just looking, but there's more crease shingles on this side, on the right side where the solar is. You can see a crease shingle there. Another one here. One there. One down there. Another one there. One here. And you can still see consistent hail impacts all over the roof. Another crease shingle here. Another one right here. Blown off tap. So you probably got about, I got 2 more down there, one right here. And another one there. So on this side, you got about like 10 crease shingles, then 16 on the left slope, and then 3 in the front. So I'll say that's what, 11, 16, 27, about 30 crease shingles on the roof. And then you've got consistent hail impacts all on it as well. This is like the front slope right here. Well, I didn't mark any hail, I just marked hail on the one left side. Stuff like that there. And then you can see hail impacts in the continuous ridge bit at the top. It's like a dent right there, right here, right there, right here. So so you consistently have hail impacts in the vent. So I'll send this video over to you guys. Due to the amount of wind damage and the hail impacts to this roof cannot be repaired. It must be fully replaced. I think the date was like 3/16, which had like 59-mile-an-hour winds. But then also know that there was another date as well that had like quarter-size hail in this area. So I'll send this video over to you guys at both of those dates. Where you had hail and wind on 2 separate dates, I'll send over in the video description and the email. So I'll send this over to you guys. Again, it's 564 Brookshire Drive, Davenport, Florida, and the homeowner's name is Sydney Robinson.